Triple H has called AEW a secondary promotion, and something I've not really done for a while here. I'm going to actually play the quote. It's from a Cody Rhodes WWE Network documentary that's just come out, so I'm going to find the video, and I'll pause, and I'll bring it back up. Okay, we're back now. For the video, I've actually taken out the video. I've just put in some screen grabs instead. So if you're wondering why his lip's not moving, that's it. So we'll listen to the clip. It's 49 seconds. We're really looking out for Triple H's comments at the end, though.
I can't tell you why I left AEW. I can't, and I won't. But I'll tell you the reasons that were said that didn't actually matter. I didn't leave AEW because of money, and I didn't leave AEW because of other talents. I left AEW because of a personal issue
that he won't talk about.
That's it. But the byproduct of leaving AEW is the opportunity to go for the biggest dream I ever had and the first dream that I had in my life.
To then take that gamble again and say, this is not what I wanted to be. I didn't grow up dreaming of being the champion or the face of a secondary promotion. I wanted to be the WWE champion.
So, the comment there is that he isn't in it to be, or Triple H, his words are that AEW is a secondary promotion, and essentially Cody wasn't in it to win a secondary belt. He, his dream was a WWE championship. Is AEW a secondary promotion?
Well, if you only got two promotions, one of them would have to be secondary. One of them would have to be the leader or better than the other one. And I would think since WWE's been in business for 60 or 70 years or whatever, and AEW, they've been in business 4 years, which I respect that. But yeah, I think AEW at this point, and I think even Tony Khan would tell you that. Yeah, they're not at the WWE level yet. They're not. And will they ever be? I don't know. But they at least, and I may have said this the last time we did a podcast, at least AEW got more out of WWE than TNA ever got. TNA was never mentioned on WWE television. And what Triple H did for AEW, he acknowledged their existence. And I doubt if there's many wrestling fans out there that don't know this, but by them just getting mentioned means that they're on the radar, which was more than TNA ever was. Even though it was on the radar, they never publicly acknowledged that they watched TNA. And you know who watched TNA and WWE?
Go on.
Vince watched it half the time.
No.
And then the other times he didn't watch it, he would have somebody watch it for him and give him a report, what they're doing, who should we look out for, what do you think? But Vince kept track of what TNA is doing, and people are keeping track of what AEW is doing. It's not falling under the radar, AEW. They know they're there. Now, this is great for talent because Tony Khan has some money. And with this London show, it's going to make a $10 million gate. Plus it's on pay-per-view. So that's probably the biggest win that AEW will ever have. Are you going to that show?
No. I'm not having a 350-mile round trip and a stay over in London. I can't be bothered.
You gonna take it? You gonna take it on pay-per-view?
No.
You're not?
No.
How you going to talk about this on the air?
I just pretend I know what I'm talking about, like I always do.
Yeah, just read a bunch of stuff on it and just take their thoughts of it and make it your own.
I don't know. I might watch it, but I don't think I'm going to go. No.
I wouldn't want to get caught in 70,000 people.
Yeah.
Plus, they're drunk.
Plus, like if I drove there, London's got a congestion charge. and it's really expensive. So just to drive your car there is going to be the equivalent of like $35 just to get into the centre of London. It's so expensive.
They don't charge you anything to get out?
No. They should make some money that way.
No, that's an old joke about wrestling. Let them in free and charge them to get out. And then you could really have some and they only stay a match. Nope. You only want to give me 10. It's going to be $20 before you can leave. And then the longer you wait, the higher the cost of getting out. See, because now you took up our time, you took up our resources, our effort. So it's going to cost you some money. So, but Cody, I was looking at Cody and Cody, see, this story was written. I think Cody has to be in good with Vince because Vince liked Dusty. And when and Cody was there before, he didn't much do anything because he was working with me and Swagger, so he wasn't doing too much. But Vince liked him. Now the story of Cody having hard times. See, Cody's whole push is off his daddy. That's as privileged as you can get, really. And I never understood privilege till I started watching or understood it really. But you start watching wrestling, then you see Cody Rhodes, and who was his daddy? Dusty Rhodes. Shane McMahon. Oh, who's his daddy? Vince McMahon. Oh, the Samoans. Who are their daddy? Oh, Afa and Sika. You start watching that, and you'll see how this, I guess, the legacy.
The legacy.
Well, yeah, but the legacy of the younger wrestlers coming up because their father was in it. And that's how sometimes it doesn't matter. I have seen some guys' sons get into wrestling and they were just completely terrible, awful. The worst wrestler I ever saw was a promoter's son in Tennessee, George Goulas.
Mm-hmm.
Undoubtedly the worst wrestler God ever created. Oh my God, he was terrible. And they've been a few. Eddie Graham's son, Mike, which I think Dark Side of the Ring, they just did an episode on the Grahams. Mike was good in the ring, but couldn't draw any money. He was he wasn't big either. He was only weighed about 200 pounds really. And he wasn't 6 foot. He was maybe 5'9", but he wasn't big enough. And he was so small and his offense was not that impressive. So never made it, but.
Well, let me ask you, let me read this to you. Tony Khan responded to Triple H's suggestion that AEW was a secondary promotion. He did bring up the Wembley thing beforehand. Tony said, "We certainly won't be the secondary promotion at All In," which thinks the Wembley show. They named one pay-per-view All In and one's All Out. I can't remember which one's which. Anyway, Khan said, "We're number one in the UK and on TV and with a record gate." Now, that's very important. I'll bring that back in a second. "I have a lot of respect for Cody. I know these weren't his words, to be fair, but we're not secondary in a lot of markets. For the first time in a long time, WWE has been secondary in a lot of markets. I'm proud of where we're at, and we're not taking a backseat to anybody." Now, let me explain. He specifically said, "We're number one in the UK on TV." That's true. Do you know why?
They own the different channel.
Yes.
Stronger channel. TNA was too.
Yeah.
TNA, same thing.
Yeah.
They had a stronger channel.
Exactly. So, TNA was outdrawing WWE in the UK. But the fact is that, and I've got a funny tidbit for you in a second as well, is AEW draws, I think they actually drew one of their best viewerships for Dynamite ever, 139,000, and this is on a free-to-air, available to everybody channel for everyone who's got Freeview, which is it's basically free TV. And also, these aren't live, they're replays, they're shown a couple of days after the fact, so they're in a better time slot, maybe, I don't know, 9 o'clock or something, I can't remember. So they're in a better time slot for a first-run TV show. WWE is their first-run programming is live at 1 a.m., so how many people are going to be staying up watching it? And they're also on a channel formerly called BT. Yes, Dutch?
I watch it at 1 a.m. in the morning. That's actually when I'm getting going.
Yeah.
I sleep all day and get up, and nighttime is when I move around. So 1 a.m. is like for normal people, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like 12 hours behind.
With for normal people, 1 a.m.'s tired, sleepy time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so their first run is 1 a.m. that barely anyone's going to be watching. Most people will record it, and therefore it won't count in the live viewership. It's on a channel formerly called BT Sports, which is a premium Sky cable. It's not on Sky, well, it is on Sky, but it's a cable channel essentially. It's like HBO or something like that. And it's especially expensive if you have Sky, not as cheap as if you got Virgin Media, which I do. And also BT, just as a little irony, has now been renamed TNT Sports because Warner Media has just bought it. So WWE in this country is shown on a Warner Media channel, which AEW works with in the States, which is a bit weird as well.
Yeah, but see, it still gives them the rights to claim they're number one in the UK.
Yeah, but it needs one giant asterisk next to it. It's apples and oranges.
Yes, but that's only for the ones picking it and studying it like you, not me. Guess what? I care about that.
0.
Less than 0.